Hi there and welcome to P.I.M.P, where prison is my playground. Today we're going to talk about the first prison I went to. It was in transit. In 1999, January 3rd, 1999, I turned myself in to federal, um, the federal building in Wilmington, North Carolina. And that's where I would start my prison sentence at on a trip to go to court to Texas. I would go through 7 or 8 county jails in a couple weeks. And every time you go into a county jail, you got to get fingerprinted. You got to be searched. You got to lift your balls, spread your ass. Every single time when you go in and when you leave, humiliating, just humiliating. And then when you're shackled, your wrist and your ankles, you got handcuffs on them, and there's a chain that goes up. There's a chain that goes around your waist, and you gotta learn to duck walk and shit. It's humiliating. Went through a couple buses, couple vans, a couple cars. I started in Wilmington and I cut all the way across North Carolina to either Hendersonville or Henderson, whatever that county jail is right there. It's the last spot on the federal thing before they transit out to the bigger areas. And I had already known that when you are in county jails or in prison and stuff, you're going to encounter a ton of people that just stay in the system. They've been locked up several times. They've met millions of people in the same situation you're in. They've been to places you've been to or going to. They picked up stuff about the law in other people's cases that they'll help you on. So I had heard that my next stop would definitely be USP Atlanta, the United States Penitentiary in Atlanta, Georgia. And I heard nothing but good things. Because see, the only comforts that you could get in county jail or prison is the food and privacy. That's like the striving for good food and a little bit of peace where you wasn't around people. You know what I mean? Even a locked bathroom is heaven. You ain't got to worry about shit. Or a curtain on a shower. You know what I mean? Just any kind of privacy. So in my head, USP Atlanta is one of the oldest prisons. It's huge. It's known for the Cuban crisis that happened there in 1987. Uh, there was a big thing where the Cubans were coming to America, and the federal government decided we're going to ship them back to Cuba. Well, Fidel Castro, it was killing everybody that did that. You know, you defected from the country. Now you being brought back here. We don't want you here. You didn't want to be here in the first place. So they took over the prison, caused all kind of fires and riots and stuff. Al Capone was there. I have found a book on USP Atlanta history going across because I was excited to go there and get some good food. Cause county jail food, man, it plays havoc. It's first off, it's nasty. You don't get a lot, and it makes your stomach hurt. You be shitting or constipated. You either got diarrhea, and neither one of those are good. You're not going to be normal. And the commissary ain't nothing, consists mainly of cookies and chips and shit. It's not stuff really healthy for you. So anyway, we're going to Atlanta. 7 county jails. They come pick me up that morning. I was sleeping on the floor outside of a cell in the open area. And I did that most of the places I've been to too. Everywhere was crowded, folks. This is so now it's like February 99. We get on the bus. We're going to USP Atlanta. So they shackle us up on the bus. It takes about 6 hours to get up on there. We travel down. We stop at the KFC. The guards get out. They eat and give us a Lunchable. It's like, damn, I was hoping for that KFC too, man. I was like, whoa, no way. Yeah, it wasn't no way. So anyway, we pull up into Atlanta. It's monstrous, folks. It's like a humongous concrete wall. It's beautiful. It's old, gothic looking. And we pull in and oh my God, it was the first time we got processed into a federal building, and it took forever. Oh man, you're shackled up, and this dude had to shit, and they would only undo hit, and we had to stay there. Flush! Oh god, man, yeah. And then we had to get naked, and not a good way to start, man. It was fuck. So get dressed out. You gotta take your mat and your roll and everything. It's the same way through all the process of shit. So you gotta carry this lumbersome shit around, long hallway, and then you're in the prison. And you're only not in the main part of USP Atlanta. There's a section that they got blocked off, and that's the transit. There's a lot of people that go to transit, and they need this place for your next destination. This is just a short stop spot. Nobody really stays longer there than a month. So they opened the cell door. When I looked in after they opened up, there's 2 bunks, and there's a dude on each bunk. No, matter of fact, there was 2 dudes sitting on the bottom bunk. So that means I get the floor again. So I put my bunk on the floor. The cell door shuts. Now I'm in there. 2 old, and they're older dudes. They're in their 60s. They look way older than I do now. And I'm 21 years old. In great shape. I had purple hair because my friends dyed that shit. And definitely without my permission. I'm just not into that. And but it was a good prank. And I put my mat down on the floor. I got a Lunchable. That was my dinner. They had already served dinner. We got there late. So I had a Lunchable for dinner. And I was putting on I had my back to them. And no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. And I hear, hey, when you're in this cell, you got to wear your boxers on backwards. And if you know about boxers in the front, they got the opening for your ding ding to pop out. Well, if you put them on backwards, the opening is in the back where your ass is. And I turned around and I said, look, man, I ain't looking to have no problems. But if you even try to touch me, I'm going to brutally beat the fuck out of you. Please don't. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm a really good dude. But I don't play that shit, and I hope you don't neither. But I'm going to hurt you. So please don't make me do that. We could be friends, man. Oh, no. We joking. I said, oh, shit. Okay. And you could tell it. You know what I mean? Some people, that's how some people joke. You know, you're in that situation. It was an icebreaker. But I had to let them know, man. I ain't playing that shit. And see, people will test you. That's what you got to understand. People will test you. And if I didn't say anything or acted timid or who knows? Because I'm about to hear. He's about to tell an interesting story. So anyway, we talk and it was late and went to bed. So the next day, wake up, got a nice breakfast. It was all right. And then lunch came, and lunch was pretty good. And dinner came. And when dinner came, you got all right. So they opened up the cell, and you go through a little line. They had a little like a Piccadilly line where you know all the food, and you just say, and they scoop it. You don't get to pick what you want, and you take that tray back to your cell. Well, there was 2 lines, and it looked like it was a steak, big ass steak. And dudes is like, man, I don't eat this shit. I said, if you don't, I will. I came back with a whole plate, like 9 of them. It was liver. Man, it wasn't good. But I had 9 of them. And it turns out them other 2 dudes didn't like it neither, so I just had to throw them all away. It was gross. So next came the shower. And the shower was cool because the shower had some privacy. So the showers were inset off a main wall, and they had bat wing doors on. And because of the layout, you were inside a cubicle, so it was perfect. Hot water was hot. So I get in the damn shower and turn around, and the guard, he's resting on my bat wings. Now there's like 5 or 6 showers, and the guard was standing, you know, on the opposite wall, looking at all the showers. Now all of a sudden he can't see nobody but me, and I'm wondering what the fuck this is about, because that I'm not into taking, letting some dude watch me take a shower, especially a CO. I said, hey man, what the hell are you doing? He ain't say shit. I can't get no privacy in here, man. I mean, all these people taking a shower and you watching me? Let's turn around, man. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. Yeah, you shouldn't have to experience stuff like that. But I can let that shit slide. That ain't no big deal. So I go back to the cell and they was like, yeah, phone call time. You allow like 1 phone call every 3 days or some shit. I don't remember what the rules were. 15 minutes. So I was like, yeah, let me call my mom, tell her I'm here. So I go over to the phone. You have a collect call from the United States Penitentiary. Do you accept the charge? Yeah. It was like $15 to collect call, folks. And I was like, yo, mom, what's up? Me and my mom's cool as shit. Oh, what's up? Yeah, man, I'm over here in USP Atlanta. Everything's going good so far. Still trying to make it to court. Click. And I turn around, and this guard had fucking hung up on me. He's like, all right, your time's up. I said, man, I just talked. You said enough. Go back to your cell. Maybe 2 minutes. And 30 seconds of that is you have a collect call shit. I said, is there any particular reason why I couldn't have this phone call? Yeah, because I said so, and I get to your fucking cell. Okay, my bad. See, and I never gave a guard, a CO, a cop, officer, any of that. I never gave them any problems. Because the first time you do, you can find yourself in the hole or some other closet or some fucking place that ain't got no cameras around, and they're beating your fucking ass. And seen it done plenty of times and never wanted that done to me. That's just something I could go my whole life and not know what that's like. I seen the Rodney King shit. Not worth it. Just not worth it. And that can happen, and you a good dude. You know what I mean? Because I haven't done anything. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's just one of those things. So I go back to the cell, and the 2 dudes was talking and shit, and I'm not really happy about anything. So I just sit back in there like, damn, man, I really got myself in a jam. And this is only the beginning, because I got to do, I don't even know yet, but I heard I'd probably have to do at least 3 years. That would be the minimum. And this dude's talking, and he was like, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever getting out of here. And I was like, oh shit, why? And he was like, well, I was living down in some island, like Puerto Rico, somewhere off the coast of the U.S. And the government was looking for him for some reason, and he said he saw them coming, and he had set up traps. He was like in a secluded part of the island. He had set up some traps and shit. And to make a long story short, he ended up burying these motherfuckers. That's why he killed them, and they finally got him. He knew he wasn't ever going to get out. He was already old as hell too, man. But hearing that and the way he was describing shit, cutting heads off and had to leave body parts and all that shit, it made me wonder about this dude. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, I just thought he was some old man. But you don't ever know when you're in jail or prison and you ain't talking to somebody. You don't know what they're in there for. And I'm not one of those dudes that come up and ask for your paper, none of that shit. I stay to myself, man. I don't give a fuck what you did. I don't care if you're a child molester or murderer or that has nothing to do with me. That's your life and what you have to deal with. I don't have any feelings toward none of that shit. None. Now, if you do it to me, that's a whole different subject. You do that to my family, whole different subject. What you did is what you did. I don't. That's just not. I don't care. I don't care. news try to get you, that shit to affect you. It don't affect me. When people die, you gonna die. Doesn't matter how you die, whether you shot, whether you fucking burn in a fire, an airplane. You know, if I get ate by a shark when I'm body surfing, a fucking bear in the woods when I'm creek walking, if I had died when I was fucking doing drugs of an overdose, gonna die anyway. You know what I mean? What's the best way to die? Huh? To me, in your fucking sleep or an overdose. Something where you're not conscious. That'd be the best way to go. So now I'm looking at, and I don't even, the other dude never really taught it. We just listen. So when you got people that don't have nothing to lose, they're the ones that you really have to look out for because they just don't give a shit. They ain't got nothing to lose. You ain't got nothing to lose no more. But the dude ended up turning cool, and they both would leave. And I was in there by myself. So I was there for 2 weeks, and they used to come around. I don't know how often they did, but they asked you if you want to go out on rec. And the first time they asked me, I did, and it was just this little concrete pad with some man, what they call that fence right there? With this kind of fence, a chain link fence with chain link fence around it, so you couldn't get out. And it wasn't shit. It was just a little bit of fresh air. It was too many inmates in a small area for me to just go out there because there's just better places than this shit. I'm not going out there. I just stay in the cell and read the book. So they came around and it's like, Jakowski, you want to go out? Like, nah, I'm good. I was reading. Well, I passed out. So I sleep and I hear beating on the damn cell door. Now, inmates normally don't do that. Especially not in a damn prison. And it's the officer. And he could have just opened the door, you know what I mean? Jakowski, where the hell you been? Oh. Huh? Where the hell you been? I said, dude, you're knocking on the door of a cell. You gotta be kidding. One that you can't open and I can't open neither. I've been here the whole time. I thought you was out on rec. What do you want me to say? I'm in my bunk, dude, in my cell. What are you mad about? You better watch your fucking mouth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The fuck is this about? I can't even get further away than I am right now. I'd have to crawl in the fucking toilet or something, man. And it's little shit like that, and those little things add up. So I get hung up on it and stalked in the shower and fucking verbally cussed and abused for being in my cell. And these dudes, I got a murderer in here who wants to see my boxers backwards, and I got to face 3 years and do you understand that none of that shit is productive? It's not worth it. It's not. Fuck, it sucks. Oh man. So finally, yeah, man, I just God, it was a couple little tiny instances. It's like I had enough of this shit. And see, you'll find yourself saying that a lot. Man, I had enough, and it don't matter. You still until the release date. There's a release date. If you get in trouble and you get a release date, that's the date you're shooting for. Actually, you get 2 release dates. One is a projected release date, and then if you get in trouble, you know, it could go, but it's a projected release date. I got the call. Jakowski, pack up. Getting out of here. Hurry up. Only takes a second. Ain't half shit. It's all theirs anyway. Go back in the damn 6 hours of butt ball search. Make it in front of everybody. Put on a new travel suit, new shoes. So here I am thinking I'm about to get on the bus. A bus, a van, or whatever. They take us to a tarmac. And there's a big old jumbo jet out there. Might as well be Con Air, but it ain't like the movie. It's just like you see as you get on a regular jet. Except when you get on a regular jet, you just pull up to the walk ramp and you get on. Or no, actually you go to the terminal. Here, ain't no terminal. You get onto the runway and they pull up and the damn U.S. Marshals are lined up on that opening with these shotguns and shit. And I was like, damn, boy, all I got busted with some weed. I'm up here like Al Capone now. Yeah. That's one of those. And see, normally jails and prison are real loud. Real loud. People talk louder for some reason in jail or prison than you would see in general areas. And this was the quietest flight I've ever been on. I've been on that thing twice and there wasn't much talking. The second time was real sketchy. And that would be the end of USP Atlanta. I never saw that shit again. I'm glad I'll never have to. I'm not going back there. I'm good. If I did, I'd be fucking shocked. Real shocked. And I'll go to FTC, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma next. That's the big star. That's where you find out where you're going when you're in federal prison. It's got a place called the Final Destination, which is fitting because those movies are really cool, and it's going to be where you're going to end up. We'll talk about that in the next video. So if you're out there doing drugs, committing crime, or doing anything other than being a good, productive citizen, man, you got to stop. Man, this shit ain't worth it. And the things that you will have to go through could be unimaginable. This was actually shit. In the long run, it was nothing. But at the time, it fucking sucked, man. It was already a sucky situation. But you're dealing with inmates and guards, you're taking a chance. With your ass, with your stuff, and with your life. Every day. Every second of every day. Every second of every day is stressful. Not worth it. You can do the right thing. You can stop the day, do the right thing by you and everybody else. Simple. Highly encourage it, man. No wins, only losses. Hope everybody's having a good day and staying safe. If you can, hit that like button. Share the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a comment. If you've ever been, what's the worst experience you had?